And so, as a girl dad, and a happy one to hashtag that out, I also am the same person standing up in front of you that also thinks how important it is that even men who have sons are able to express their love to one another and care and compassion in what is a difficult environment, even for men, to have healthy masculinity and to be role models to make sure that the world that we're living in is safe for everyone. And so today is about honoring where we've come and where we need to go to. And I think that today and this place, Wittenberg, is poised to do some amazing things in regards to this.
Wittenberg is the place that I found myself as a woman, for sure, 100%. I had a professor, it was U.S. history, I had a paper, and I wanted to write about the women in my life, and how my grandma, my great-grandma, and how different the women in my family were. My grandmother died this year at the age of 98, was one of the first women to graduate from the University of Arkansas in the South. So there's really cool stuff about the women in my family. And I wrote this paper and I turned it in, and my professors gave me an A, and then wrote "see me" on the top of the paper. And then normally when you get "see me's," it's bad, right? So I went to him and I was like, what are you going to talk about? I got an A. And he's like, no, this is an A for the class. This is not doing justice to the women in your family. You go back and you rewrite this paper. Because you're better than this, and you're honoring them. So go back and rewrite it. So I rewrote the paper, turned it back in. He's like, not good enough. Still not good enough. So I showed up at his office crying. I was like, I don't know what you want from me. And he's like, think about how monumental those women were in your journey to this day, and write that paper with every ounce of your being to demonstrate the love and the honor you have for them and how special they are in the history of the place of women. And then that's where I really started to feel like this is a special thing that I'm doing. And I thank him to this day for making me not only better students, but recognizing the importance of women in my own family and women in life. And sports doesn't care if you're pretty. Sports doesn't care if you're a girl or a boy. Sports is somewhere where the playing field is equal. They don't care what race you are, what religion. You don't ever talk about religion when you're out there playing basketball, right? It doesn't matter. You can just be great in that moment. For me, I don't have a daughter, right? I don't get to have that. So for me, when I speak to you guys, this is my way of passing it on. This is my way of not just leaving it here with my career, but sending you off with something really important. A lot of people think, oh, she's just tough. She's born like that. Or she's just a happy-go-lucky girl all the time. There is a genetic component to happiness and resilience. There is. But what research shows is that about 40% of our happiness is things that we intentionally do. We have control over it, right? That's super exciting and really empowering to know that we're not, yes, we are born with components of it, but we can take control of our own well-being and our own resilience. We have to be optimistic. People that are optimistic are really tough people. They can see their way out of the light, or out of the tunnel. They can see that light at the end. Change your mind about changing your mind, right? Growth mindset. You guys all should know about that in sports, right? So understanding that feedback and criticism that you may get from coaches, you can grow and learn from that. That when mistakes happen, you can grow and learn. When negative things happen to you, you can grow and learn, right? It's not a yeah, but moment. It's an and so moment. It's figure out who your support team is, right? So if you have a goal, you need people that are going to hold you accountable to that goal. Find stuff. Be observant of how you can get your win, right? And then set somebody else up for a win, right? If you know somebody's having a tough day, write them a little note. It's just surprising with a little note, right? Do something to set somebody else up for a win.
Well, I was looking to play basketball in college, but knew I needed to find a smaller school. And so a friend of mine was like, you need to look at the NCAC schools. There's tons of them in Ohio. So I came down to Witt, and one of the things that immediately drew me here was like the Wittenberg hello. I loved that everybody said hello to each other. I felt so welcomed here. I just immediately felt like I was home here. And then got a music scholarship to sing here, and so I felt like this was a place that I could kind of have all my interests and passions met at one time, and have a family here, and I had all of that happen, so it was great. Well, I feel like here at Wittenberg, everybody, it is such a caring community, and so my coaching is driven by that. I want my girls to feel like they're part of something bigger than themselves, part of a, strong, caring community. There's a lot of great female leaders here that I had as professors and coaches. So Wittenberg was the place for me that kind of made me who I am today. So here I was encouraged to be a strong, independent woman. I was my best. What I thought my best was not what my professors saw. So they pushed me and pushed me and pushed me to be even better. And so here I kind of got my wings and learned that I was smarter and tougher than I really thought I was. And so having light, we pass it on others. That saying means a lot to me because I do feel like I found my light here. And so it tremendously impacted me moving forward. I can't tell you how much this means to me. I really do feel like I found myself here as a woman. I was supported here, I was pushed here, so being able to come back and speak about women in sport in particular is incredibly meaningful to me here at Wittenberg, because I don't have a daughter of my own, and so I consider, when I get to speak to young female athletes, I consider that my opportunity to pass on some of the wisdom that I have, or the life lessons that I've learned, or the education that I have, so that the young women underneath me can flourish and do even bigger and greater things than I could even do. So it means a lot to me, and I'm super, super honored to be here.
Today I learned that by celebrating National Women in Sports Day, I learned about myself and how I should be proud of all that I've accomplished, as well as my team and all other teammates and everyone who's come before me, and so I'm very thankful for that.
Today's presentation inspired me to motivate my teammates and become a better version of myself by continuing to celebrate the awesome accomplishments that myself, my teammates, and women all around campus have created.
Lauren came and talked about positive psychology, and one of the coolest and most beneficial things I learned was the positive spiral. So when one thing is going right, you can get that win and use it to build up and just keep getting your wins for the day.
We also got to learn about kind of the history of women in sports, which is great to see the foundation that was laid out before us, and also to see where we can continue to take female athletics and keep pushing.